Hello, everybody. This is Pearl here again. I just wanted to carry on talking to you. I mentioned to you there during the eclipse that there was traffic lights up ahead as a warning that we were going to get held up. Well, we're now caught in the traffic jam. And if you take a look at the image I've sent you, there you'd see the chart for the moment. And on the top left-hand corner, we have practically all of the planets. Now, if you have a planet sitting in that position or being in any way touched by the planets that are corralled in that position, then you'll realise the intensity of the moment. Because when there's a whole gang gathered together, you can be sure there's rule of Boolia. Now, what you have there in the very centre is the Jupiter in its own sign with the moon, with Mars. Emotional turmoil, the moon, poor thing, doesn't like that kind of excitement. It likes to be with Jupiter, where it can get more wisdom and feel safe. But now it's got Mars with it. And Mars is raising the temperature. And the steam is rising because Mars is in a water sign, Jupiter's in a water sign, and Moon is in a water sign. Moon being the watery planet and the emotional planet. So the waves are rising, and the waves of anger and frustration and self-righteousness, and because Mars wants to be right, and of course Jupiter knows it's right. So you've got the young man trying to maybe surf his way over the waves of emotion, if you like, but getting tangled in the curls as he twists and turns. He really needs to be able to hang glide or get above the wave. I think they call it, it's not windsurfing, is it? No. I forget what it's called. It looks lovely, but I wouldn't dare try it. It's where the wind lifts you up in the air above the wave. You're on a board, and it looks very beautiful, but there's no way I'll be doing it. So that'll be one of the ways out of this situation, is to be able to rise above it. But you won't be able to stay up above it because there's few of us that has that level of capacity to be able to fly above all that's there at the moment. So you're going to need patience right now, and a lot of patience in the area that particular combination is happening in, the sign of Pisces. And I'm not just saying that for people who might think that they're born just as a Pisces, as the newspaper will tell you. You're a lot more than Pisces. You're all the signs of the zodiac represent you. But that particular part of you, that house, that is part of you, it could be your ninth house, your fourth house. It depends on who the person is that you're having the turmoil with. It could be a child, it could be your mother, it could be a brother, because the symbolism is like that. It's Jupiter, it could be an uncle, could be your teacher, could be somebody who's the husband, and Mars could be the brother, could be the young man coming in demanding that things be done his way. It could be the moon, the mother, or some elderly woman type energy, that the young energy is trying to get in touch with, or to bring some new dimension to, that the older woman, wiser woman, might be more informed and have more experience of. But Mars needs to get the experience, whereas the others have it. And they know better, but it doesn't change the fact that Mars needs to have the experience to become like the Jupiter. Because when Mars grows up, he will become like the Jupiter. He will become the Jupiter and will become the Sun and be able to take the leadership role. But Mars is only a young man right now, so he has to go through the turmoil and the experience to calm down and get more patient. Learn patience, learn compassion through patience. He can't speed through every situation. And the other thing that's there right now as well is that Saturn is on one side in Aquarius and Rahu is on the other side in 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 Aries. So you've got Aquarius and Aries, both acting as like a traffic jam. There's no getting out of this. This has to be faced. And Rahu's with Venus as well. So the usual Venus won't do so well there either, because Rahu is way too intense for the qualities of the Venus. And the sign that they're in is ruled by Mars. And as we said, Mars is already trying to overcome or overwhelm the situation he's in with his antics. But if he is, the Rahu in his sign is raising the neediness of the Mars at the moment to get ahead and to have his ambitions fulfilled, because Rahu has that experience. And remember, it's the Rahu Ketu axis that has just been completed, that has been triggered. And so all those signs there, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, and Aries, because Taurus has the sun now as well in it. So there's 4 signs there, kind of one after the other. So all the elements are being touched. The air in Aquarius, the water in Pisces is where most of the overwhelming stuff is happening. The Rahu and Venus is distorting the Venus, the young woman, the beautiful young woman, and maybe overdoing it in that particular direction. Could be with food, could be with sex, as a way of managing that situation. So we need to watch out there as well. And Taurus is the earth sign. So Aries is fire, Taurus is the earth sign. So the practicalities as well are being asked to be dealt with. And so it's a very difficult, very tight situation there. As I said, all the elements are being touched. You can see, just by looking at the chart alone, you can see that one area is covering all those spots, and you just need to be patient. It's the best remedy right now. Do your mantras, strengthen your Jupiter, protect your mind, do your mantra, because that's what mantra means. Man means mind, tra means to protect. And so protect your mind, nourish your soul with looking at an inspirational film or reading an inspirational book or something that, practice some form of creativity that you enjoy. It could be singing, dancing, anything that lifts your spirit now will strengthen your ability to be able to hold on in this storm. But we're now in a traffic jam. The traffic lights have been held up. They're broken at the moment, or they're temporarily, like everything passes. We know everything passes. But right now, be patient. You need to be patient. Be compassionate. Listen. Try not to say the first thing that comes into your mind or onto your lips. Least said, soonest mended. Hurt feelings can come from the harshness of the Mars as he tries to get his way. So, as I said, try to hold it and not say it. Count to 10. It's, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? That's the fight at the moment. What's more important? To keep the peace or start the war? But it's there to be done right now. And so that's over and out for me for the moment. Thanks for listening, and go to pearlfin.ie to my website if you want to look at some of the other stuff that's there, or if you there's a meeting on tomorrow evening, Thursday evenings, on Zoom. If you're interested, you can contact me at 087 244 1502. So until the next time, count to 10, do your mantra. Harry Om is a very good one for strengthening the Jupiter moon quality. Call on the Harry Om or Hari Ramakrishna or My Sweet Lord or Ave Maria or whatever lifts your heart. Sing loud, sing. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. But sing, move, dance, keep the heart lit, keep the fire lit in your heart. It's there all the time for you. Thanks for listening.